share with you some tips that I like to use for helping to stay consistent. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Amy Shelton, and I'm going to share some things with you that seem to help me, and I hope that they can help you as well. As you're coming in live, if you're here live and you see the little red live button at the top, give me a little shout out, let me know that you're here live. And if you're coming in for the replay, hashtag replay. So what I'd love to hear from all of you is, what is one area that you know that you might need some help with staying consistent? Okay, and then hopefully some of these tips will help you, and I'd love to have you come back and give me some feedback if they did help you. So the first one I want to talk to you about is your why. Now, I know you'll always hear talk about your why. Sometimes I feel that we can think of all of these reasons why we're here, why we're a part of Lab, but we don't actually put ourselves into the situation of what would our lives feel like, not only be like, but what would it feel like if we reached our goals and we accomplished our why, I guess you could say, right? So taking a few moments, and I'm not talking about spending 5 hours, I'm talking about maybe even setting, everyone has a cell phone nowadays, and setting a timer, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, but short amount of time. What is your why in a couple words, but then really focus on what would your life be like if you accomplished that why, and really look at a different perspective of your why. Like, what would your everyday life be like? What would your family life be like? How would that feel to accomplish that? And just really dive into that. But again, limit yourself so it's not taking up way too long. And just what are the first things that come to your head when you think about how would it feel to accomplish your why? Because I know for me, I've done this exercise multiple times, and I feel like your why might change sometimes. And it's very important to do this exercise and really dig into what would life be like and feel like when you reach that goal. And then of course you can conquer a new goal, right? But take some time and do that. I hope that really helps. What would your life feel like when you hit that goal? The other thing I wanted to share with you is making small, achievable goals. Now, I know that a lot of times we might focus around rank advancing, or we might focus around a challenge, but really breaking it down to what's your daily goal, what's your weekly goal, and what's your monthly goal. And then you can go out for like 3 months, 6 months, and yearly type thing. But breaking it down into small, more specific, achievable goals is going to help you, so that while you reach those goals, you're able to cross them off and celebrate them. That's another thing. I think sometimes we can be hard on ourselves and we don't give ourselves a pat on the back. I was teaching Sunday school this weekend, and that's one of the things that I worked with my students, is really just patting yourself on your back when you do something good or you achieve a goal that you were working for. Be proud of yourself. And I do believe a lot of times we can be hard on ourselves, and we might talk about and we might think about all of the things that we need to improve, or we aren't doing what we feel like we should be, but we never set those achievable goals and really kind of pat yourself on the back and celebrate those. So take a few moments for that exercise, writing down. I like to take my notebook. I have calendars everywhere with different things, but I have a calendar specifically for achievable goals weekly, and then break them down for daily. And then of course I start with my monthly goal, and then my weekly, and then I break it down. And it really helps me to celebrate those goals. With my team, I talk about evaluate a lot. And I'm going to sidetrack just for a second, because we all have the daily workflow, right? I got this really cool sleeve. I got this at Target. You can get it at Walmart, the dollar store, Amazon carries them, but I keep my daily workflow in here. And then I printed off a daily checklist. This is, I have several in here that I keep, because I do like to write on paper, but my husband felt like I was printing trees obsessively. So we compromised. And so I actually have a few of these because one's just not enough, but I use a dry erase marker. And this helps me with my daily workflow. So it's numbered. So each category, engagement posts 1 and 2. So in the first of the daily workflow, it's 1 and 2. I can check mark these off. Now, here's why I feel like the checklist is super important. And Melissa is working on, and I know it's like right here, an incredible app that we're going to be able to use that you won't need this checklist. But some of you might still want to use it, but I think you're going to love to utilize that app. It's going to really help you with that checklist. And so for me, with this checklist, I like to evaluate myself. I can take it and I can look. And this helps me reach my goals too, because at the end of the week, I can look back and say, wow. Now the goal is to complete the entire daily workflow, right? But sometimes life happens and things might get in the way. And you might not have had everything checked off.